Welcome to my channel. We were running some errands tonight. I thought I would go ahead and do a stream. Oh, my eyes are drying out a little bit. See who's gonna join tonight, if anybody. We'll give it some time. I don't know about you, but it is really cold where I'm at right now. I think most of the United States right now is cold. I was looking on X, and there was one person that claimed that, and I think they were right, that there was like 150 degree difference between a certain place in Florida and like North Dakota. 150-degree difference. Holy cow. Michelle Kendall, hi. Cheesecake, hi. Terry Taylor, hi. Oh, these are some names I don't immediately recognize. Mike Lewis, greetings, Jared from Tombstone, Arizona. I wanted to try and go to Tombstone when we lived in Arizona, but we never did. I wanted to go see, the whatever, the street, the museum. So I went to Old Tucson, but never made it to Tombstone. Carol Ferguson, hi Jared. It's warm here in Florida. That's good. It's not warm here. John Roylance, I was watching your other video. It's good to see you live. Great, thank you. Thanks for joining. Olga Landry, hello Jared. Roger Gilvin, -12 in Colorado. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Here in Kansas, I think it's supposed to get down below 0, but not that much. I think it's supposed to be tomorrow. Church is canceled for me tomorrow. Esther Nielsen Barker, hi from Utah. Buck 14 red. Snowing like crazy here in Ogden, and I just paid $20 for a cheeseburger combo at Jumbo Burger. Haha. Thanks, Biden JK. Love you, Jared, from the Taxman in Ogden. Oh, that sounds really good. Okay, there's a lot more people than I thought there was going to be. Thanks for the headlights in my face. I'm in a Walmart parking lot right now. So I'm going to skip down. I'm not going to be able to read every comment, so I'm just going to have to go with whatever it shows here. Brian Bacon, freezing here in Kentucky, 24 degrees. But it's not 3 degrees. Let me see if it shows this on the camera. No, I can't get it. Okay. I thought I'd be able to do it. Show you the temperature. But it's 3 degrees. Chris Keys, -68 yesterday. Where the heck are you? David Burt Galen. Olga Landry, wow, that cold. Deborah Hecht in Big Spring, Texas, 40 now. Okay, 40 now, and then 21 overnight. Yeah, so I thought I would just kind of check in, and I'm still just kind of like in New Year's mode. I don't know about you, but there hasn't, I don't know. It doesn't seem like so far there's been any like really big thing. You know, there was the earthquake in Japan that happened on New Year's Day, and that was big. It's not like it was like a huge disaster. It wasn't on the scale of like the earthquake in Turkey last year, but you know, it started the year off kind of interesting. We have this like escalation with with Yemen right now, and don't know how that's going to end up. I'd love to hear your thoughts though, as we're doing this chat. What do you guys think is going to happen? But yeah, I think I'm still kind of waiting for like the first like really big thing to happen for the year. I feel like something's going to happen, and I feel like there's a lot of uncertainty with a lot of different things, with everything, ranging from natural disasters to politics to geopolitics and war. Eva, enjoy your YouTube channel. Oh, I'm glad, Eva. I do my best. Chris Keys, Montana Canadian border. Oh yeah, I saw a map, and I remember up there, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. It's like really bad. Currency 4, hello from Florida. David Burt 9, uh, Postum 5, 4 degrees in Texburg, Idaho, or Texburg, Idaho. Texburg or Rexburg? Is there a Texburg? Off-Road Armada. Jared, thoughts on the new church communications director, Aaron Sherinian? Lots of content / discussion. His past social media. I don't know. I don't even know who that is. Haven't heard this news, but maybe I'll look into it. Carrie Cottrell, hello. I'm in Idaho Falls, Idaho. Yeah, there's a lot more people here than what I thought there was going to be. But that's good. Did anybody else's church get canceled for tomorrow? Like it has for us, but it's because there's going to be some snow. And I don't know. Kansas is not really it's not really well equipped for when there's snow. It doesn't happen very often, so they don't really have the very much resources dedicated toward clearing roads. Like they have some, but it's not like Utah. And usually, like when it does snow, it melts the next day, or it only lasts for a couple days. Olga Landry, yes. I'm assuming that's to your church being canceled. Off-Road Armada, I wish. 7:30 a.m. Ward Council tomorrow. Ugh. I hate waking up so much. I hate waking up early. And that was the worst thing in the Army. I hated it so much. Every single morning, hurry and shave before going to PT, and being forced to wake up. There was no calling in sick in the Army. You go to formation, and then you go to sick call and hope that the doctor will agree with you that you're sick. And if not, guess what? You're going to work. Oh, I had so much depression like every single morning in the Army. Okay, but back to you guys. Brenda 6263, hello from Virginia, aka New Jersey, or NJ. Hey, from Erie, Pennsylvania. 25 feels like 11, and it's been worse. So church not canceled. Judy McDonald, 9 degrees in Madison, Wisconsin. Got 19 inches total between two big snows. Oh, between the two snowstorms. Okay. Everything is so pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it when it snows, but only for like that first 24 hours, and then I want it to go away. And here in Kansas, it typically does, so it's perfect here. SH, the San Jose steak from the area presidency had emergency test today. We were all contacted and reported back to the leaders in the ward. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, I had something I was going to say. Does anybody know? Did anybody watch that video I did about the apostles? It was my last video. Does anybody know about David Whitmer, Martin Harris? Were they ever apostles? I don't think that they were. But Wikipedia says that they are, but I don't think it's right. David Burt, I like that. So if you know, please help me out. Carrie Cottrell, I haven't watched the video yet, but will. Evan, no. David Burt, no. As in, no, they were not apostles, or you don't know. I want to have if you haven't watched the video, I made a new spreadsheet that has all the apostles from Joseph Smith until Elder Patrick Kieran. I got all the information from Wikipedia, but I wanted to have my own spreadsheet so that I could mark things easier and sort things and look at different metrics and stuff. And I'm not sure Wikipedia was entirely correct about a couple things, so I need to figure this out. Eva, not apostle. Okay. And David Burt, no, or they were not. Yeah. It makes me wonder who put that on Wikipedia and why. They didn't have a very clear source. you know, because I checked it and there wasn't a very clear source as to why they put that on Wikipedia. So yeah, I think it's wrong. It seems to me crystal clear that the first two apostles were Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery. And I already forgot, but I think it was section 27 of the Doctrine and Covenants where uh, the Lord says that. And I think it's the first time that that's like mentioned, that they've been called to be apostles. John Roylance, I was watching the video when you came on. By the way, how do I access your spreadsheets? It's in the description box of every video, except for it's probably not going to be in this. I don't know. You can check. I can't remember if it's like default, but just go to the description box of any video on like a desktop or tablet or something like that. Probably also on your smartphone, and then there's a link for it. It's view only. Excuse me. It's view only, but you can copy whatever you want. Copy the entire thing and then just like put it on your own spreadsheet and then tweak it however you want. Carrie Cottrell, isn't there a way on the church's website to find out all the past church leadership? I don't know. There's like plenty of like articles and stuff like that that you can find, you know, in like the Liahona, in sometimes other places, sometimes church manuals. I'm not sure if they have like a master list of all the apostles. I feel like I would have come across that by now if they did. Deanne Sievert, hello from Bama. We love you. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Love all you guys. I'm so glad that you put up with my channel. Not everybody does, but that's okay. And then I don't always put up with all of you. Some of you are blocked and you probably don't even know it because you said something really rude. And you know, you can always like stop watching my channel and that's fine, but I can't just like stop watching you. The best I can do is just block you so I don't get any more toxic comments. Not that I want to, but I can't like continually be like receiving toxicity all the time. Otherwise I would probably just quit. Off-Road Armada, although the title apostles had been although the title apostle had earlier been given to some individuals, including Oliver Cowdery and David Whitmer, for the 12 apostles as defined in the 1829 Revelation were not called until 1835. Oh yeah, so that's like referring to when like the quorum of the 12 was instituted. Yeah. But I'm sure that Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery did actually hold that office in 1830 based on that section of D&C, but I don't know. Deborah Hecht, I don't think Wikipedia is a reliable source. People can add or subtract from it. No, well, I'd say it can be reliable, but you have to do your own due diligence. You know, I feel like a lot of the time what is on there is mostly accurate, maybe not very well sourced, but I think that it's handy and useful. But if you really, really want to get down to it, you have to verify yourself. iRod76, hi from Omaha, Nebraska. You might be the you might be the first person that I know of from Nebraska that's been like in the chat. I think. I could be wrong. Sorry, I'm skipping down. Feel free to repeat what you said if I skipped you. Caden Steph Mercer, hi from Utah. The Tractor Legacy. I'm from New Zealand. Good to see you, Jared. My thinking is like a grasshopper. I've been watching your channel since the beginning. I was really inspired by the AI generated grid you done. Awesome. Yeah, thank you. We're living in a magical time when we have really powerful tools like this where you can do all this like AI generated art. You have to tweak it. Sometimes like you get what you want the first time around, but other times you have to like play around with the wording, and sometimes you can only get so specific with what you want. So you just have to like play around with it. And there's there's different ones out there. You know, the one that I use most is Bing, Bing's AI art generator. But there are other ones that I have used, but I like Bing's the best as of right now. Uh, Preparing for Zion the 12 in the order presented at the meeting were Lyman Johnson, Brigham Young, Heber C. Kimball, Orson Hyde, David Patton, Luke Johnson, and then it continues. Okay, cool. I don't know if I'm gonna fix that on the spreadsheet, but I might just to like have it as accurate as possible. Maybe I will. Carrie Goodman, love your content. Great. I'm glad. You know, the way I do everything. Okay, now it's getting too hot in here in the car. I'm gonna turn the heat off for a second. The way I do everything, it's not necessarily aesthetic, you know, as far as like the screen, basically just doing screen sharing mostly, but it's the way that this channel has to be in order for me to do the most amount of work possible. Because if I diverted my time toward making it look nice and pretty and slideshows or whatever presentation method, it would just take up too much time and I would not be able to cover as much as I do. And sorry, I know I'm going on a tangent and this is not what you meant, but it's just been on my mind. Because I don't know about you guys, but I think this is probably standard with any like large company or organization. Like there was a credit card company that I used to work for, and the system that I used to do my work was not pretty at all. It was basically just like just bones. Like it was just like it was not meant to be nice looking or even like user friendly. It's like you had to like know how to, I don't know how to describe it. And it was the same thing in the army, like not user friendly at all, like the logistics system that I used. You just had to like know how to like it's like I don't know how to describe it, but it makes sense that it's that way because they can only put so much effort into like making a system that works, that gets the job done, and it's not meant to be like pretty, you know. So I hope some of you will excuse me for that, but I want to focus on research and learning as much as I can and then sharing it. Okay, Off-Road Armada, I work for a federal government agency. We still use a we still use a DOS-based system for one of our databases. Whatever gets the job done sometimes. Yep. That can be pretty frustrating, but I was really happy because when I was getting out of the Army, they were switching over to this new system and for logistics, and it was like, it was pretty confusing. I don't understand how it works all the time because it's like it's a system that was clearly made for like different, many different applications, but it's like what we were using, and so you had to know how to use it in your way, but it wasn't. It was so weird. Glad I didn't have to like figure it out. Curtsy for Jared, you're the best. No need to apologize. Thank you for Curtsy. Excuse me. The Haystack, we love your content. People looking for something inadequate will always find it, whether it's there or not. Good job. Yeah, that's true. I realize that. Thank you. Chris Keys, interesting thought I had from one of your videos regarding the new apostle being called outside of General Conference. It would make sense the quorum to be complete for Adam-on-Diamond. Yeah, I brought that up, not specifically Adam-on-Diamond, but when it first happened on that very first day, I did a video right away, because it just came out of like nowhere. All of a sudden, we had a new apostle, and I was, you know, really curious. Like as soon as President Ballard died, I wanted to know how things were going to go. So it happened on December 7th, and I was thinking, you know, if the second coming is going to happen soon, like sooner than later, maybe they want to not wait until April and have a full quorum of the 12, to greet the Savior. Now, in the video I did, in case you didn't watch it, the video that I did today, um, there have been a number of other apostles called outside of the pattern of like, most of them have been called either in like late March or April or late September or October, so like the time frame of General Conference. But there have been a number that have not been called in that kind of pattern. So I don't know. I don't know why with him, but that's how it went, and I would like to believe that it's because the second coming is soon. But we'll see. Zybarth says, there was never a doctrine saying the church has to wait until conference to announce a new apostle. Yeah. I'm assuming it's... I don't know if you could chalk it up to tradition, or maybe there's just like a practical reason to kind of like wait until conference. Maybe if you're the prophet, you kind of want to like really take your time, but you don't want to go any later than the upcoming conference. So maybe they're just like, okay, I'm going to take my time. I'm really going to think about this. I'm going to present, names are going to be presented. We're going to take our time and pray and fast. So yeah, I don't know. But what I would like to know, if anybody knows, is why, if you're in the office of 70, why are you released at the age of 70? That's a thing. I don't know where that comes from. I don't think it's just tradition, but I can't like figure out where that rationale came from, or if it's like some kind of like, if the church was commanded to do that. So if anyone has information on that, please let me know. Zybarth, I did think they might not want to wait until April to bolster their ranks. Temples have also been announced outside of conference, such as the Ephraim Temple. Yeah, that's true. I would like to know why. I'd like to know why with that as well. Like, why did they not just wait until the next General Conference? Maybe there was some kind of practical consideration to it, but the haystack, in D&C it states the order and calling and sustaining. So by not doing that way, some complain. I don't have it offhand. In D&C it states the order and calling and sustaining. Okay, so D&C says like how it's supposed to be done. So by not doing that way, some complain. I don't have it. Okay, that's interesting. Zybar. So the thing about the age of 70, it came from Hugh B. Brown. Oh, is there any way, you don't have to do this, I'll try and remember that, but is there any way you could like email that to me, especially if you have like something that you can point me to? John Roylance, message retracted. Oh, what were you gonna say? It's a mystery. Melodolin, hello, was watching your latest video. Jenica's here now. Hello, was watching your latest video, then saw that you're live. Good to see you all. Well, welcome. Zybarth, President Brown tried suggesting apostles get released when they were feeble. Really? That's interesting. Yeah, if you have a source for that, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, maybe I'll remember it and then I'll try and look that up. But that's interesting. Off-road Armada. Prior to 1978, prior to 1978, general authorities served for the rest of their lives, according to Elder Bruce C. Hafen. Zybarth. That didn't get put in place for the Q15, but later it got applied to the 70 and presiding bishopric. Oh, okay. I'll turn it on. You okay?
Freezing.
it's really cold. It's really cold. In case you're just joining, here where I'm at, it's, let me check it again. We're at 3 degrees Fahrenheit. David Burt, remember that Elder Bednar said, if you don't like the change, you're in the wrong church. I kind of remember that, but it seems like that should just, like, that's common sense. We're in a church, we're in a living church. We have living prophets and apostles, and so they continue to receive revelation. Things are going to change, and we know that the restoration is not complete. That's been brought up many times. Not only is it not complete, but there's still new things that are going to be revealed. And Elder Bednar talked about that just like a few months ago on a I can't remember what. I think it was for one of the church's like official YouTube channels. He did like a short video talking about what does the ongoing restoration mean. So there's still more to come. So just brace for it, you know. And there's things that are going to come back, and there's brand new things that we have no concept of right now. Things that could happen between now and the second coming, and then definitely after the second coming, new things. John Roylance. Okay, I was trying to say that it's interesting the level of the apostles' training. Many BYU presidents, a Utah Supreme Court judge, and 2 with ties to Jerusalem. Yeah. I wonder if Elder Kieran's experience living and working in Saudi Arabia had anything to do with him being called. I wouldn't be surprised. Zybarth. However, once stipulating that the 70 get released at the age of 70, they later on began releasing some after that age. Okay. Preparing for Zion. Whoa, 3 degrees. The cold isn't getting to central Texas until tomorrow, but only lows in the teens. I miss Central Texas. I feel like Central Texas is like a state within Texas. It's like its own area. Because I was stationed at Fort Hood, and so we would go all the time to, well, not all the time, but we'd go to like Austin, but we just liked the Killeen area. That's like the city that is right next to Fort Hood. Temple, Belton, Waco. Oh, I love Central Texas. That's what, after we couldn't afford anything in Arizona or Utah, like we couldn't afford to purchase like a homestead with land, we first started looking at Texas, specifically that area. I would have loved to have moved back there. Sorry, that's bringing back a lot of nostalgia. I love Central Texas. Okay. Off-Road Armada from October 1978 General Conference. Okay. Ginger McGovern. Laugh out loud. We lived in North Central Texas for 16 years. Winters were just about as brutal as here in Colorado Springs. Husband's family all live there still. There was like one time I went to what I think would be considered North Central Texas. I think I'm trying to like visualize the map in my mind, but I've been to Abilene because my wife's stepdad, his dad, well, so my wife's step grandfather passed away while we were in the Army, so we went to go do his funeral, and that was nice. We went to the zoo there afterwards. Zybarth, President Hinckley talk on October 1889. 1989, The Scourge of Illicit Drugs, talks a bit about 70 getting released before they pass from mortality. Okay, cool. If you don't mind, you don't have to, but if you don't mind sending that in an email, because it's much harder to come back to the chat and like try and find where things are being said. You don't have to, but I would like to maybe do a video about that. I almost certainly will. The haystack, DNC 10722, is the order of calling and sustaining an apostle. So some people make a stink of a call before a general conference. Sorry, comments are hard to be clear in during a live. No, yeah, I get it. It's hard for me to be clear just making the videos. There's so many times like I make a video and I'm like, did I even make sense? But then I still just go with it. And then Zybarth said, okay, will send. Thank you, Zybarth. You ready?
Yeah.
Ginger McGovern, Denton, Gainesville, Little Elm, Frisco, etc. Almost snow every every year, and freezing rain. Humidity and wind made it so cold and always froze and killed our fruit trees. Can't wait until millennium. Well, hopefully it's soon. I feel like it is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave right now. But if you feel like it, probably in about like 10 to 15 minutes, once we get to our next destination, I'll start up another live stream while I wait for Jenica to go into the next store. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Please stay warm, and if if I don't see you in the next live stream, then have a good Sabbath. Talk to you guys later.